Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today I'm going to tell you about the beginning of my journey into my first ever project pan. I am going to post this video on June 24th, which is a Friday, and my goal is to use 20 products in 20 weeks, which means my project will end on November 11th, and I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest with you. I have a very large makeup collection and I like to do different things every day. So I never really use up most of my products. There are certain things that get used up really frequently, like MAC Fix Plus and brow gel and mascara, but for the most part I don't use up a lot of my makeup products because I'm always switching back and forth between different things. So I'm going to try to use up 20 of my products. A lot of the things I chose are minis, so hopefully I will be able to get through 20 in 20 weeks. Yikes. I have two primers that I want to try to use up. They're both minis, so I think I'll be able to get through them. This Makeup Forever Step 1 Hydrating Primer I got in a Nipsey bag. It's almost gone, but I just keep kind of forgetting about it, so I want to try to use this up. The other is a mini Benefit Porefessional. In the past, this hasn't been my favorite, but lately I've really been enjoying using it where I have a lot of pores just like around my nose and on my chin. So I'm going to try to completely use both of these up, and I think I'll be able to do it. A couple more face products. I want to use up this mini MAC Strobe Cream. This is about half full. I like to mix this in with my foundations, so I'm going to try to get through this little guy. I have a sample of the Vibrancy foundation from Josie Maran. Kind of the same deal with this, I just keep forgetting about it, so I want to try to use this up. And I am going for a full size, but it's something that is very well used, and that's my IT Cosmetics CC Plus. I chose this because I know that I like it. I've used probably about half of it, and it has a high SPF. So it's great for me to just easily grab this, and I know that it's gonna look good and it's going to be protecting my skin. I am including two concealers. One is a longtime favorite that is almost used up and I really just need to power through and finish it up, and that is the Naked Skin Concealer from Urban Decay. I know you can't really tell because I store it on its side, but it really is almost gone. The other is this Maybelline Age Rewind. I have the shade Brightener. I just like this okay. I have used about half of it, as you can see, so I just need to commit to using this, and I want to use this up in the next 20 weeks. Next I have a couple of powder products, and these are two favorites, and they're something that I do like to grab for every day. My goal is not to completely use these up, I just want to hit some major pan on them. I want to try to hit pan on my NYX HD Finishing Powder in the shade Translucent and my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. This is my favorite bronzer. I use it all the time, and look, no pan. Can you see that? Like, there's a big dent in it, but I really just need to commit to using these every day, and hopefully I can hit pan on them and move on to some other products. I chose two other face products. One is a cream highlight, and that is Girl Meets Pearl from Benefit. This is also a mini. I just kind of forget to put on a cream highlight, and I've had this for almost 2 years, so it's time to use it up and move it out of my collection. Another face product I want to use is my baby blush stick from Tréstique. This is Bora Coral. I really like this because I like the way it looks on its own, and I also like layering it under a powder blush to extend the life of my blush. So I want to try to use this every day regardless of which powder blush I use on top, or maybe none at all, maybe just this by itself. I'll show you how much is left in here because I have been using it quite a bit. So that's how much is left. I really think that I can use this up in 20 weeks. I hope I can. I want to try to use up this mini shadow insurance from Too Faced. I always neglect my eye primers because I always reach for my MAC paint pot. So I want to try to use this one up, and it's about half full, so I think I can do it. Okay, to be honest with you, eyeshadow is one of those things that I love to acquire. I love eyeshadow palettes, and I have a hard time using things up because I'm always reaching for a different palette. Palettes are just kind of what inspires me in my makeup routine, so I chose a single. This is ColourPop's Cornelius, and I don't know if you can tell, but I have a little tiny bit of pan there in the middle. This is a great all-over shade, and it's also a nice transition shade for the crease. So I'm going to try to use up as much of this as I can. I don't know if I'll be able to get completely through it. I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't finish it in 20 weeks, but I am committing to using this up. And this is probably the scariest one for me. I'm going to attempt to use up this quad. This is my favorite matte eyeshadows of all time. This is the Physicians Formula Matte Quad in Classic Nudes. And as you can probably tell, there are some sizable dents in these shadows. I'm not going to try to completely use these shadows. I just want to hit pan and use up as much as I can. And once the 20 weeks is over, I don't know what's gonna happen with this. Depending on how used up it is, I may just move it out of my collection and focus on some of my other neutral shadows. That scares me to say because I love this. It's one of my favorite things, but I am gonna try and use it up. We'll see how it goes. I have an eyebrow pencil here. This is the Maybelline Brow Satin Duo, and look at this thing. It's just got so much freaking product in it. I'm scared I'm gonna break it. Okay, that's it twisted all the way up. I have been neglecting this because I love to use my Brow Wiz or my NYX Micro Brow. So this is probably going to be the only thing that goes on my brows for the next 20 weeks in order to use it up. I am not that concerned about the powder side, but I do want to try to use up the pencil side. Lastly, kind of a weird one for me. This is a mini Ooh La La Lift from Benefit. Again, this is one of those things that I always forget about. It's just kind of like stashed in my brow drawer, and I don't really think to reach for it that often. But again, about halfway gone. So I think that I can use this baby up if I remember to use it. Hopefully I will. Last, on to lips. I have 4 lip products, and they are all minis except for a lip liner. Using up lip products is really difficult for me. I love switching up my lips, and I have a ton of lip products. If you've seen my collection video, you know the lip product addiction is real. So I tried to pick from different categories across my collection, and hopefully these will pair nicely together. That way I can really try to use them up. I have this lip liner from NYX. This is in Nude Pink. As you can see, I've already used quite a bit of it. So I think that this will pair nicely with all the other things that I'm choosing for my project pan. I have a mini La Creme lipstick from Too Faced. This is in the shade Naked Dolly. This is a very pale pink for me. Okay, that's it twisted all the way up. I've used this a little bit, but again, I just always forget about it. I'm always reaching for liquid lipsticks or matte lipsticks. So I want to try to use this baby up. I have a lip gloss. This is a mini Makeup Forever Plexi gloss in the shade 202. I have used one of these up in the past, so I know that I can get through this if I remember to use it. And lastly, this is a mini Meet Matte Hughes from the Balm in the shade Committed. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and again, it's just something that I forget about in my collection. I know that I can use this up if I try, so I'm committing right here. You all heard me. Gonna use this up. So that's it. 20 products in 20 weeks. I really appreciate any support you guys can give me. If you've tried to do a project pan, I would love to hear your tips. I would love for you to cheer me on, and also let me know how often you would like to hear updates about this. If you want to hear every 2 weeks or if that's too frequent, just let me know, because I really want to make videos that you guys want to see. So keep up with me in the comments section. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see a lot of Project Pan updates, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. As you can probably tell, I hate it when people say that. Who? Videos who? What? That doesn't make sense. Okay, let's try again. Okay. Doing kind of an ambitious, that's a weird thing to say. Never gonna film this video. Just gonna keep saying weird stuff. You'd think I would know what it was called. By Mac Paint.